and welcome to the UEFA Champions League Live Watchalong. I'm your host, Kieren, joined by Kieren. How are you doing today, Kieren?
I was going to say, I'm all right, Kieren. How are you, Kieren?
Well, me, Kieren, I am fine, but I'm ready to watch some entertaining football tonight. Obviously, I, myself, will be covering the Bayern Munich versus PSG game. Kieren's going to be covering Porto Chelsea. We'll get into the team news in a little bit. But we'll just talk about last night's games rather quickly, Kieren. Of course, we had Rowan and Will cover those games. Man City 2, Dortmund 1. I mean, we saw the decisions with the officials yesterday. I just felt like we needed to have our say because stupid decisions.
Yeah, politely, Dortmund were robbed. If we're being honest, I don't understand. We talk about the level of officiating in England and how poor it is, but the refereeing on the continent's not doing much better at the moment. And to be honest with you, that's why we thought VAR was brought in for moments like that. Yet VAR couldn't get involved, which makes no sense at all. But I just think it was a decision that cannot be made in the Europe's most elite competition.
Yeah, and of course, on the other side of the bracket, Real Madrid absolutely spanked Liverpool 3-1 in a tie I don't think many people saw coming.
No, a makeshift, you would say, Real Madrid defence, taking on a Liverpool team that, yes, they were playing Arsenal on the weekend, but they looked like they were back to Liverpool again. But unfortunately, last night, too many lapses in concentration, too many high-profile mistakes that reflected very similar to the way they lost the final a couple of years ago. Just costly errors that they hope that they won't rue when they come back to Anfield. They can still turn it around. They've just made it extremely difficult.
Yeah, that away goal was crucial. But Chris is in the stream. He says, up the multi-stream, how are you, lads? I'm fine, and I'm sure Kieran's fine as well. But yeah, two great games tonight. Me and you've already talked about, we don't think there's going to be that many goals, be tight affairs. But we'll get right into the team news because we're only about a minute away from kickoff, I've just realised. So we'll go for the team news for Bayern Munich first. We've got Neuer in net. It's literally an unchanged side from the side that beat Leipzig 1-0. So you've got Neuer in net, Sula, Pavard, Alaba and Hernandez as your back four. You've got Goretzka and Kimmich as your sitting two with Sané and Coman on the wing, Muller just in behind, Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting. The bench, Nubel, Martinez, Boateng, Davies, Sarr, Nianzou and Musiala. And for PSG, because they didn't bother posting an actual graphic, they put a FIFA video of their starting 11. I've had to take this off the actual UCL website. They've got Navas in net, Kimpembe and Marquinhos as the centre half, Diallo continuing to play left back, Dagba at right back, Idrissa Gana again, Danilo as your two CDMs, Draxler and Neymar might potentially be swapping positions. I'm not sure if Neymar's playing behind Mbappe, but nevertheless, Di Maria is on the right-hand side. And for Porto and Chelsea, Kieren, I've got them here, if you just want to run through them for us.
Yep, no worries. It's Marchesine in goal, Wilson Manafa at right back, that centre-back pairing of Chancellor Mbemba and Nick Pepe, Zaidu Sanusi at left back. It says it's a midfield four, but that would see Grujic on the wing. So I'm not sure how they're going to line up in game, but Grujic on the wing apparently. Aribe, and Otavio in the middle. Tecatito on the wing with Luis Diaz and Marega being the front two after the unfortunate suspension of Mehdi Taremi.
And how unfortunate indeed, of course. Move on to Chelsea. This is their lineup.
Yeah, they're going resorting to the usual three at the back that they've been playing. Azpilicueta, Christensen and Rudiger as the back three. Thiago Silva dropping to the bench after his red card on the weekend. James at right wing back / right midfield. Chilwell on the opposite side. A midfield two of Jorginho and Kovacic. Then an interchangeable front three, I'm sure, of Mount, Havertz and Timo Werner.
It looks very strong, that Chelsea team. And I mean, they've got quite a strong bench as well, like Ziyech and Abraham, Giroud to come off the bench if they need him, Pulisic as well. Quite a strong bench for Chelsea today.
Yeah, it's one of them. They've got a very strong team. And one thing they did add in the summer, alongside signing some very, very talented players that we might not have seen the best of, they've also means they've improved their stock on the bench as well with players like Hakim Ziyech. Not the hero of the last round, but one of the better performers, unfortunately, drop into the substitutes bench.
Yeah, we've got a few comments. Before we read them, of course, my game's just kicked off. We'll have our predictions for tonight. For my game, I'm going to go for 2-1 to PSG. I think PSG are going to nick it tonight. The fact that Bayern Munich haven't got Lewandowski, I think, is absolutely massive. Of course, I watched them at the weekend. They weren't that clinical. and they got a goal for a real moment of quality, which was the only real moment of quality in the game. So I'm going to go for 2-1 PSG. What are you thinking for your game?
We said like maybe a lack of goals. I think the thing is that 1-1. I presume Porto were the home side, but because we're playing in Sevilla Stadium, I'm just going based on kits. So I'll go 1-1 for Porto's home tie.
Right, yeah. We have got a few comments. Chris is here. He says, I'm glad one of my teams won last night. It was Carlisle, so it wasn't double rank for me. Carlisle have picked up some form recently. Kieran, rumours that it's a Prem ref tonight. Right. Hi, Kieran and Kieran. How are you?
Good.
We're good, aren't we? We're good.
Yeah, it's so difficult.
Chris has gone 2-1 to Bayern, 2-0 to Chelsea. I mean, I don't think you can discredit Porto, though, because, I mean, they did knock out potentially one of the favourites. And I know the team that you picked to actually win the whole thing in Juventus.
Yeah, again, I picked them before the season, which is always a dangerous thing. It's what I said about when I picked the Euros winner, and then Frank de Boer got given the job, and I just immediately regretted my decision because I didn't know that was coming. But Havertz broke through on the left. He's took a shot. Well, it was more of a cross, but it's trickled out, so there's nothing of real danger for Chelsea. But kind of a decent start to this game. Chelsea dominating possession. How about yourself?
Yeah, we had a little chance there for Lucas Hernandez, who played a nice little 1-2 with Thomas Muller. Found himself in the box, had a shot, but Navas easily saved it out wide. But the corner's been whipped in, and it's headed on and onto the crossbar. Oh, the first real chance. Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting, and I'm sure Josh is probably watching the game on the side while he's got the darts on. But what a chance for Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting. Little backwards head. I'm not sure if the offside flag's up or not, but the first massive chance of the game falls to Bayern Munich.
As you'd expect. I think, how do you think that, like, losing Lewandowski, we thought on the weekend, obviously you covered the game, that was Leipzig's biggest chance when Bayern Munich don't have...
I'm just going to stop because Neymar's found Mbappe, and Mbappe hits it straight in. It's 1-0 PSG straight away. The first shot of the game has gone straight through Manuel Neuer, and potentially the best player in the world right now, Kylian Mbappe, gives PSG the lead. What a moment in this tie.
I was about to say, is it the best chance for PSG without Lewandowski? And by the sounds of it, what a start.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Bayern Munich in the past couple of weeks. They've been vulnerable on the counter, and obviously that defence this season under Hansi Flick hasn't been the best. And an absolute brilliant pass from Colin Dagba to Neymar, who's in behind the defence, plays a little simple pass to Mbappe, and he hits it straight at Neuer, and you're thinking it's an easy save, parries it between his legs, and it finds the corner of the net. It's a poor mistake by Neuer, but I don't think Kylian Mbappe will care because PSG have got an away goal and the lead on the night. What a start to this game.
Yeah, definitely, and what a start for PSG. Obviously, finalists last year, and obviously they'll want revenge for said final against Bayern Munich, and that is what they're on course for.
Yeah, and Mbappe, of course, in the snow with the white kit. It's poetry. It is literal poetry, this. It was such a lovely team goal. Of course, the finish was a little bit dodgy, but, I mean, brilliant goal nevertheless. And man for the big occasion again steps up against potentially the best team in the world. But there's still a long time to go for Bayern Munich, but they just need to pass it a bit sharper because they're looking a little bit lethargic at the moment.
But a crucial away goal for PSG.
Yeah, massive away goal because I think a lot of people would, if Lewandowski would have been fit, would have been expecting Bayern Munich to win this game. I don't think they'd have nilled them, but lovely work by Leroy Sané on the left-hand side. And he gives the ball away. That's not like Leroy Sané at all, but your game sounds a little bit quiet at the moment compared to my game.
Yeah, in terms of a chance, there hasn't been one, to be honest with you, but it's kind of what I'd have expected from the passage of play. Defensively solid from Porto. As literally, I've just looked, and it was literally a line of 7 across the box in a really straight line. So to be fair to them, in terms of the offside trap, they're playing it well. But it's what we thought, kind of a bag of 10 behind the ball for Porto, and they'll hopefully be clinical when they get the chance to go forward, which so far they haven't had a chance.
Yeah, of course, we saw for the first time Chelsea really get exposed at the weekend by West Brom. Of course, the red card didn't help. Yeah, kind of killed the game off, but that was the first time they really got exposed by any team. Do you think Porto could try and do something similar tonight, or do you think it's like all men behind the ball try and protect, take something to the second leg.
To be honest, I don't think Porto will veer away from their style of play because it's suited them so well throughout the tournament so far. It was what I, to be honest, enjoyed most about the way they tackled Juventus. They stayed true to themselves. Even when we were down to 10 men, I think when they went forward, they were just clinical, and especially that little bit of quality. Was it from Sergio Oliveira from the free kick? And
yeah,
if they can stay defensively solid and have moments of quality like that, I think I could see them seeing out a tie like this, which is what they did beautifully against Juventus, which I don't think many people expected.
Well, there's a massive chance for Bayern Munich to equalise here. A nice little passing move down the right-hand side. Leroy Sané switched it to Muller. A little 1-2 with Kimmich. Has actually been given us handball on the edge of the area, just on the circle outside the box. It's a massive chance for Bayern Munich to equalise almost instantly in this game. It's a good chance for, I think probably Kimmich is going to be the favourite, but there's at least 5 Bayern Munich players there. There's Sané, Muller, I think Alaba's there as well, Goretzka's there, Navas pointing at his wall. I mean, Tubbs is in the chat. He says, "Fuck this." It might get a little bit better if this ends up in the back of the net, Chris. But Kyle says he's watching Porto 2-0, Porto 0. He wants, and then well, here we go with this free kick though. Obviously, man behind the wall as well, laying down. Become a bit of a custom. It looks like Thomas Muller's going to hit this, actually. There's Kimmich and Alaba there. It's actually going to be Kimmich over the wall, straight into the wall. Alaba hits on the volley, flies over the crossbar. Poor free kick by Bayern Munich. Really should be doing better from that sort of area.
Speaking of poor free kicks, that is what we've just had. There was a ball like midway into Chelsea's half. Otavio standing over it. All the men had gone forward, and he decided to go sideways, and it went further back than where the free kick was given, and nothing like. For me, if you're going to bring everybody forward, at least whip it into the box. Then they've got some aerial threat with Pepe. I think Grujic, he's a reasonably big midfielder. I just don't understand the short. Well, it wasn't even short; it was shit. If I'm being honest,
it's like the short corners, isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't like short corners. Not a fan.
Yeah. Do you remember? I think we were watching Liverpool and they were losing, and then the last minute decided to go for a short corner rather than getting it in the box.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Sub says, "Prepare for a lot of swearing from me today, mates." Oh, I'd expect it. Of course, just passionate about your own team, which is completely fair. Me and Kieran would be the exact same if Hull Man United were playing. So.
Oh, Gladbach. On mine. I was going to say on mines, but.
Oh, Mainz. If Mainz were playing in the Champions League quarterfinals, I'd just be happy they were there.
I mean, you mentioned Hull, so I'll be honest, it's more likely Mainz are getting there than Hull.
I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Why not?
You're in a top division.
I mean, there's a similarity between Mainz and Hull. They've got 2 massive strikers that are shit and don't do all. And
by any chance, are you comparing Shalai and Eves?
Yes.
I thought you might be. I was going to say McGuinness is on, right? McGuinness,
I like Josh McGuinness.
McGuinness is Quaison. That's what I like to believe. I like to believe.
Oh, yeah, similar players. Bayern Munich on the edge of the box, flips the ball in. It's fell to Goretzka, who takes the shot, blocked by Marquinhos. Goretzka still not cleared. There's a shot that goes straight into the hands of Keylor Navas. What a massive chance to equalise that, as Thomas Muller has got to be doing better with that. There's a shot that comes in from Goretzka, edge of the box. It ricochets over the top of the defence. Thomas Muller is literally facing Keylor Navas, pretty much, about 4 or 5 yards out, and he just kicks it straight at Navas. Poor finishing from Bayern Munich. And a poor start to this game from them, but they've looked better since the goal's gone in. They're on top at the moment. Really should be 1-1, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, Porto just had their biggest chance. And it was literally how I'd expect it to come around. It was just a long ball from Marchesin that was headed on by Musa Marega. And it was through to Luis Diaz, I think. And he just took a little bit too long on the ball, tried to cut inside Azpilicueta. It was Tecatito, sorry. And then his cross was wayward. But that's the biggest chance they've had. They were through on goal momentarily. And now Musa Marega picks it up. He drills it in. It's past everybody. Tecatito. It's unlucky. Just deflected.
Yeah, and obviously PSG. Porto in that second leg against Juventus kind of played almost on the counter. So we've already talked about their style of play. Musa Marega is a massive part of that team with his pressing and his actual just willingness to give everything. What's happened there?
It was a lovely effort from the edge of the box. I'm just trying to pick up who it was, and it was he teed it up to himself on the edge of the box, and he went for it on the volley. Kind of, Peter Crouch against against Man City. Do you remember that goal? If you forget it for anyone, and he went for it, and it just hit the top of the net. It's unfortunate, and it was Mateus Uribe who went with that effort.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the replay of that chance for Thomas Muller. It is it's something that you'd be expecting Thomas Muller, a player of his quality, to just bury into the back of the net. PSG let off massively because defended a little bit like clowns there, and they've given the ball away again to Leroy Sané on the right-hand side. Bayern Munich coming forward now with the German. Tried to take on too many players and actually loses the ball to Idrissa Gana Gueye. And now PSG might be on the counter. And every time PSG come forward, they look dangerous, especially when Neymar, who finds Mbappe, who is behind the line of defence and gets a little bit lucky with a ricochet to Draxler. It's 2-0. He might be offside. The flag is up. Of course, VAR will check it. But Julian Draxler does put the ball in the back of the net. And just as I said, that every time they come forward, they look dangerous. Oh, that's a close one. I think this is going to be one where they get the lines out, Kieran.
Yeah, get the lines out. Why not?
They got two lucky ricochets there. One from Mbappe and then one from Draxler. Draxler ended up putting the ball in the back of the net. Lovely finish. But every time they get Neymar on the ball on the counter, he picks out a beautiful pass to either Mbappe or Draxler or Di Maria. The ball is in play again. It's not been given, unfortunately. So it's still 1-0 and another massive let-off for Bayern Munich.
Even with the lines. They couldn't.
Even with the lines, yep.
I tell you what, Porto have grown into this game. It's some lovely interlink play. It's to Luis Diaz on the edge, and he's going to pass it back to Uribe. But when they get in full flow and they do some quick, interchangeable passes, Porto are very good. And Sanusi's through, and he fell over his own feet, and it's kind of a poor end to a really good attack.
I mean, I expected this to be quite a tight affair. I mean, Bayern Munich look open as a bloody buck at the back. And at the moment, Coman on the left-hand side, he tries a skill move and actually dribbles the ball out of play, which is probably the story of his career, to be fair. But Bayern Munich did have, they did appeal for a handball on Colin Dagba. I think they appealed for it on Danilo Pereira as it hit off Dagba's knee. The referees give nothing, but it was a half appeal from the Bayern Munich players. Bloody hell. And Kimmich is he's left one on Neymar there. Doesn't get the yellow card for it, but he let him know you're there. Let him know you're there. That sort of tackle.
So basically, he's kicked him.
Tubbs has said, I knew he was going to get screwed, to be honest, but not like this. Kyle said, Porto looking like a team that will score first. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, well, last couple of minutes, Porto have been very good when going forward. And Chelsea, to be honest, I'd say Chelsea started the first 5-10 minutes the better. But once Porto have got a feel for the game and they've settled, they've looked very, very good on the counter. And when they do go forward, the attacking, I'd say, quartet of the wingers and the two strikers look very good. Lots of quick movement, lots of passing and moving. And it's kind of really difficult for Chelsea to pick up the men they're marking. And they've had some good opportunities, but they just haven't really troubled Mendy apart from that one shot from Uribe. I'd like to see Porto take the lead soon, but 15 minutes in, it has. I'd say Porto have edged it for the last 5 especially.
Yeah, I feel really bad because this game's been fantastic to watch so far because Bayern Munich are obviously so good at attacking. And PSG, of course, two of the best sides in the world. Everyone knew this game was going to be good, and it has lived up to the expectations so far. I mean, both sides look open on the counter-attack. PSG are making some stupid mistakes, but they have got that lead and that goal. Is Sané in the midfield trying to find Kingsley Coman, who's switched onto the right-hand side now, up against Diallo, whips one in and wins another corner. Oh, well, Keylor Navas actually stops it going out for a corner. Brilliant goalkeeping by the Costa Rican there.
Yeah, and I was kind of going to come in for like a half chance, but there was a cross from Mason Mount which was gathered by Mark Essen, who I've got to admit, Mark Essen in the last round was absolutely unbelievable against Juventus.
Another poor mistake by Goretzka there. Leaving one on Neymar, I mean, it's the type of tackle you see going on Neymar all the time. Of course, we know Neymar's one for the theatrics when he goes down, but the Bayern Munich players are really letting him know that they're there. Just looking at the replay of the offside goal, by the way, it is literal inches with the line. I'm not even joking. They didn't actually make that big of a deal out of it, I don't think. But they've just shown the lines, and it was literal inches with Mbappe's big toe being offside. But PSG got a free kick on the left-hand side of the penalty area. If they can get a decent ball in, I mean, they've not got that many tall players in there, I'm not going to lie. But Neymar and Di Maria are over it. Get a good delivery into the box. Got players like Kimpembe and Danilo Pereira in there. Mbappe's lurking. Neymar floats a lovely one in. It's fisted away by Neuer. Still not cleared, though. Had to go backwards, but decent start to this game.
I was just thinking probably the reason that Bayern are leaving one on Neymar is he got sent off on the weekend because of basically a guy was keeping the ball away from him when he wanted to get back in the game, so he just pushed him when he was already on a yellow. So maybe they are trying to rile him up because he does have a tendency to bite on them sort of things. Yeah,
it's very Neymar-esque sort of stuff.
Yeah. I think if you play it, it's like sometimes back in the day, you'd play on some players' emotions if they had a tendency, like Joey Barton. You'd try and get him angry because he'd cost his team the game by getting sent off.
Yeah. Players with a hot head, and especially players like Neymar, of course. We know what he's like. We know what attitude he's got. But you might very well be right, to be fair. But, I mean, so far, he's probably been the best player on the pitch, which is, again, not surprising. But Bayern Munich finally getting a little bit of a passing movement together. And then Muller goes down and gets a free kick. Again, another dangerous position for a free kick. Idrissa Gueye second foul. Is the yellow card coming out? No, it's not. But a very similar position to where PSG just got their free kick. A foul on Muller. And now it's Bayern Munich's turn to try and whip a ball in the box. I don't think that's a foul either. He just trodden on his foot after the ball had gone. But yeah, is your game still as slow as you said earlier?
Very sloppy. I've got to admit, there's a few times where they've tried to play out from the back, but most of the time they're just hoofing it, and it's really nervous defending from both sides, especially Chelsea. Whenever Porto get in and around that area, I think they've tried to play out a few times, but sometimes they're just nervous and they just clear it long.
Oh, what a save! Oh my God, what a save! Sorry, that is an incredible save by Keylor Navas. Just 1 second, it's not cleared yet. Coleman gets it back to Sula, whips that ball back. It's a beautiful cross. It bounces down and there's a flick. Blocked. Leroy Sané to the edge for Kimmich. Still not cleared. It's bouncing around and that's going to be easily caught by Keylor Navas. But it was an absolutely wonderful delivery. I don't know who it was who took it. Kimmich puts an absolutely cracker of a ball in. Goretzka gets past his man and heads it, and Keylor Navas makes a fantastic save, point-blank range, to keep it 1-0 PSG. I mean, he's been so good this season, so good in the Champions League. And another reason as to why PSG is still 1-0 up in this game. 2 cracking saves so far in this game. Oh,
yeah.
You saying before I rudely cut you off there?
No, I forgot, but I'm going to comment on Keylor Navas because he's one of the more underrated goalkeepers around Europe at the moment. He's up there for me, one of the best goalkeepers of the season in any league, in my opinion.
Yeah, in a season that PSG have struggled as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, and he makes another cracking save as well, just as we're talking about
there
it.
You go.
A little layoff to the edge of the area for Benjamin Pavard, and you know exactly how he strikes a ball, low and hard. And it was another one of them, and Keylor Navas makes another good save to his near post. A save you'd expect him to make, but a good one nevertheless in another Bayern Munich corner. But the chances are racking up for Bayern Munich. Surely a goal's got to come soon.
Well, we have a free kick. And this one will be taken, if I'm not wrong, by Otavio on the left-hand side, similar to where we had it earlier on the right-hand side, and he went for the worst free kick I've seen in a long time. This time he actually looks like he's going to put it in the box. So hopefully we see it. There's you see Pepe, probably the biggest aerial threat they have. It's whipped in towards his head, and I think it'll be a corner from the free kick. It deflected off Antonio Rudiger.
Well, that's exactly what happened in our game as well. The corner came in, it got cleared out for another corner. So, and then Kimmich played an awful corner in and lost the ball. and Di Maria's given the ball away, and there's a lovely little move. Goretzka tries the ball back over to Kimmich. Overcomplicated it a little bit. Probably just needed to play it simple instead of playing a little ball over the top. But nevertheless, Bayern Munich are getting back into this game now. They're absolutely dominating Paris Saint-Germain, as probably expected by a lot of people. But Keylor Navas keeping him in the game. Who's probably been the best player on the pitch in your game so far?
Oh, it's difficult. I've got to admit, I've been impressed with the attacking players of Porto, to be honest. I think Tecatito's had a good game. I think Luis Diaz has had a good game. Marega, you know what Marega's about. He will try and bully a centre-half and get his back up to the play. So he's been impressive. In terms of a standout player, there isn't one, if I'm being 100% honest. But I've been impressed via them players.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. In a 0-0, I kind of put you up against it. I pick a good player out.
No, there's been some good moments. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, in transition, Porto look very good. But Chelsea are really, since the opening couple of minutes, they've not really got their foothold back in the game. And it's another corner. Loving a set piece tonight.
Well, PSG are, I'd say they're struggling to get any possession really at the moment. They're getting kind of squeezed in by that Bayern Munich press, of course. Press so high, but they have managed to get out here. And then they go backwards. I mean, it's a fantastic pass by Idrissa Gana Gueye to get them back going forward. And it is Mbappe. Lovely bit of skill coming out, but he goes backwards. I mean, PSG, I think, probably just need to slow the game down and try and play to their powers, because at the moment, Bayern Munich, like I said, they're pressing them a lot and they're winning the ball back in quite dangerous areas. They're just kind of lucky that Bayern Munich out on their A game so far. Yeah,
they got another corner of Otavio. He almost scores straight from the corner. He's heading back across goal, and Chancellor Mbemba volleys it over the crossbar. I'll be honest, Otavio almost scored from the corner directly. Mendy parried it. Pepe headed it back across goal, and Chancellor Mbemba lashed at the shot. Not the man you want in that position. Straight over the crossbar from the former Newcastle man.
Newcastle legend. Kyle's put a comment. He says, I remember when people were saying Neymar can be and is world class like Messi and Ronaldo. Now look at him. An even bigger spoiled little whingy brat. What a great role model he is for the younger players.
He's one of them that I remember us speaking about. I think I mentioned it before. Like, we were always like, Bale and Neymar, who's going to be the one to take the mantle from Messi and Ronaldo? And neither have done, because Messi and Ronaldo have been so good since. But he's still up there. He's got to be one of the top. He's definitely in the top 10 best players in the world. Definitely. Yeah.
Whenever he plays, you can see he always causes problems. Whether that be for his team or with the opposite, for the opposition. I mean, is it just me, or in the last couple of years, has he just got more and more red cards?
He has. He's kind of, to be honest, if he had a better attitude, and if he had the attitude of a Messi or a Ronaldo in terms of, dedication and stuff like that, and I understand why people get frustrated at him, because he does roll around all the time, and his attitude in terms of what we've heard, reports, we don't know the guy, but reports of him just being basically not a bad egg, but you know what I'm saying.
A spoiled sport, pretty much.
Yeah, very, very childish. Then I just don't think. I think you limit yourself if you act like that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, you've always got to have the right attitude to be the best in the world. Like you said, he's definitely up there, but I don't think he will. I don't think he has or will ever be brandished as the best in the world, just because of the likes of Mbappe and the likes of Haaland coming up now, that will probably end up taking the mantle from said Messi and Ronaldo eventually when those two retire. But Bayern Munich have got the ball inside the final third. It's Pavard, Kimmich, lovely 1-2 between Pavard and Kimmich. Back again to Kimmich. He's going to whip one in. It gets blocked, and that's going to be a throw in, not a corner. But I feel like the goal is coming for Bayern Munich. Do you feel like a goal's coming in your game?
No. I'd like to think so, because I've got to admit I have actually been relatively impressed by Porto, as they tried to go for a quick free kick and it's been called back, but Marega was through. But yeah, I've actually been quite impressed by Porto. If there is to be a first goal off the way the game is going, it will be Porto. But Chelsea have got a lot of talent, so I wouldn't be surprised if they grow back into this one. But as for now, it's been a very uneventful 25 minutes.
Yeah, and I think Porto, obviously, you said it's their home tie. I mean, they're playing at Sevilla Stadium, but it's their home tie.
Yeah.
They probably need to take advantage of that and, try to take a lead to Stamford Bridge, of course.
Yeah.
But it's a lovely floated ball in, but it's cleared away after Kingsley Coman took a very heavy touch.
It might be one of them where they haven't played when they are defensively sound, it is 2/10, but they don't play like they're scared to go forward. When they do go forward, they go forward with purpose, which is what I appreciate about the team. It's not like watching an Allardyce team or a Pulis team. But yeah, they're just at the moment not having that clinical edge.
Oh, what a chance for Choupo-Moting again. I mean, I don't want to say that it's a chance that probably Lewandowski scores, but it's easier to score than miss. I'm not going to lie. He's sliding in at the back post. I'm going to give him some credit. I've seen the replay. It's hard. It's quite hard to score. He is on the slide, and it just hits his knee instead of his foot and bounces over the crossbar. But he has already at the crossbar in this game, and I know that Josh will be claiming that later on tonight. But a massive chance again for Bayern Munich, and PSG have given the ball away again. Hernandez to Kimmich, who doesn't get fouled, and now PSG might be able to come the other way. That's been given as a foul on Neymar.
Oh, it's lovely 1-2. Oh, for God's sake. Don't matter. I'm just getting frustrated.
What a ball down the field to Mbappe. Mbappe squares it into the middle. It's a sliding challenge by Alba to deny a certain goal for Julian Draxler. But what were you saying, Kieran?
It's Porto when they go forward. When they do the 1 and 2 touch football in and around the box, it's so impressive. And they do find gaps in the Chelsea defence. But then it's that final touch or that final pass that hasn't quite been going. But if Carl's watching the game, I don't know about him. I think Porto have looked much the better side. Like a couple of 1-2s there between Otavio and I think it's Wilson Manafa. And it's just broke through Chelsea so easily. But there's another corner. And it's a short one, my favourite.
Oh, well. Oh, what a pass from Neymar. Marquinhos is in behind. It's 2-0. What a ball from Neymar. And Marquinhos, in acres of space behind that Bayern backline, makes it 2-0 to PSG. I mean, it's definitely going to be checked by VAR again, but another absolute calamity at the back from Bayern Munich. They just didn't deal with the defensive line. The defensive line was awful.
Yeah.
Ball comes in, it's headed away by Choupo-Moting. Neymar has loads of time to pick the ball up. Plays a first-time pass. They're late getting forward of those three at the back, and Marquinhos just slots it past Neuer. You'd have been thinking he'd been playing up front all his life. I'm not going to lie. The finish is superb from a centre-half. And PSG have 2 away goals. Who would have thought it, eh?
Yeah, and it's what we said earlier about, to be fair, you can get at this Bayern Munich defence. Even I remember last year when they got destroyed by Barcelona, Barcelona had their fair share of chances in that game because of the back line. And PSG have punished them.
Yeah, it's an absolutely fantastic pass from Neymar again. It's one of those deliveries that just goes over the top. You can't do anything about it. But the time he had to pick the delivery out was insane. They were just, Kimmich is trying to close him down, didn't get there quick enough. And then Sula and I think Alaba were just late getting forward to try and do the offside trap against that. He made the late run, Marquinhos, and fair play to him. 2-0 PSG, and dare I say it, another goal maybe kills the tie off.
It might do, because they would have to go to. I don't know if they're going to play it in France. I'm not sure. I don't know, because of the new COVID thing. I don't actually know where any of the games are being played anymore.
Well, but yeah. I think Marquinhos might have to come off here. He is going to have to come off. I don't know if he's injured himself celebrating, but Bayern Munich having an attack. They had to put the ball out of play, and he's grabbing his groin area. And Ander Herrera, I think, is going to have to come on. Yeah.
If he's injured, celebrating.
He didn't really. He just put his arm up when he celebrated. He didn't really do any jumping or out, but he does. He's walking gingerly off the pitch. I think he's got to be replaced by Ander Herrera, former Man United legend, of course.
Of course.
Coming onto the pitch. Yep, Ander Herrera will come onto the pitch. It's a sad ending for Marquinhos, but he has that second goal and probably now a change of system for PSG, and Ander Herrera definitely goes into the midfield. Maybe Danilo Pereira or Idrissa falls into that centre half role, or maybe a 5 at the back, 3 at the back. Sorry.
Probably Danilo. I can imagine he's played there before.
Well, there's also going to be a change for Bayern Munich as well. I think Hansi Flick's seen enough. Alphonso Davies is stripped and ready, probably coming on for Lucas Hernandez, who I'm not going to lie played really bad at the weekend as well. If it is Alphonso Davies, it's Lucas Hernandez who's coming off, I wouldn't be surprised. But other than that, maybe he'll take off Coleman. I'm not quite sure who else Alphonso Davies could come on for.
Havertz spins. Havertz across the keeper. It's 1-0 Chelsea. And it's Mason Mount, with a lovely goal. And it's against the run of play completely. It's a ball drilled into him by Jorginho. And he takes it on the spin beautifully, drags it away from Sanusi, and just hammers it across Marchesin into the bottom left-hand corner. The spin from Mason Mount takes the defender out the game completely. Absolutely gorgeous from Mason Mount, who has been on some incredible form this season. And it's 1-0 Chelsea.
Crucial away goal for Chelsea as well. As you said, Porto have been on top. Not really taking advantage of being on top. And Chelsea have maybe their first shot. Am I right to say their first shot?
One of, I've got to admit. And I tell you what, the thing is, Mason Mount's spin is beautiful, but I've got to question Sanusi. He tried to jump on the pass and get the ball in front of Mount with a sliding tackle and completely misses the ball. And then the spin, he's one-on-one with Marchesin, and it's a lovely drilled finish across the Argentinian keeper. And 1-0 Chelsea.
Oh, Kyle has actually said both legs of Porto-Chelsea is being played at the same stadium due to travel restrictions between the UK and Portugal, if you didn't know.
There we go. There we bloody go.
And interestingly enough, Kieran, it's Leon Goretzka who's actually been replaced by Alphonso Davies. Now, I'm not quite sure why or where that's come from. I don't know if it's a potential injury. He didn't look injured when he jogged off the pitch, but surely that now means Alaba into centre mid with Hernandez going centre half with Alphonso Davies at left back. Maybe they just want to deal with the pace of Mbappe and Neymar on the counter.
Yeah, I can imagine definitely either that or it will be a change of system maybe. I'm not sure, but Goretzka has been massively impressive this season.
Yeah, I mean, got the crucial goal at the weekend as well. Been withdrawn with only 32 minutes gone. Alphonso Davies gets the ball into the box. It's going to be headed up in the air, and I mean, that's a poor defensive error from Kimpembe. Coleman this time whips one to the back post. Another poor ball in, though. And I mean, Bayern Munich, the quality is really lacking at the moment. I'm not going to lie. They've had a lot of the ball, but the quality is lacking. But while you were talking about your goal for Chelsea, by the way, Neymar, again, absolutely ghosted through the defence for PSG and was taken down by Lucas Hernandez. There was a little claim for a penalty, but it was never a penalty. It wasn't given. But he just looks electric at the moment. Nobody can stop him. But in your game, massive moment for Chelsea, of course. They've got the advantage. Can they build on that now, do you think?
Do you know what? To be honest, I'm kind of expecting, because they were just trying to get in, they were just getting into stride then, because Mason Mount put a lovely whipped crossing, and both Havertz and Werner were on the edge of it. And luckily for the Porto defence, I think Mbemba ended up sliding in and getting a toe to it to get it back to Marchesin and kind of ease the danger. But Chelsea looked to be back the more confident team. They were non-existent for a good 20 minutes of this half, but that goal seems to have really prepped them up, I've got to admit.
Yeah, and I think goals do that to teams, of course. We watched the United-Brighton game, and as soon as Man United equalised it, we knew they were always going to win that game. It could be the same for Chelsea tonight. They could go on and win 2 or 3-0, but hopefully not. Hopefully have a more entertaining second leg for someone to watch. But yeah, decent start to both games, it seems like.
Yeah, I would say so. I think in terms of goals, this hasn't been blessed with many, but it's not been the most boring watch, I've got to admit. It's not been. Well,
yesterday there was 3. So there was 7. We've had 3 already tonight. It's not even half time yet. We can smash Rowan and Will out of the park tonight.
Yeah, two good games yesterday. Overall, yeah. It's what you want to see from the set of quarterfinals, really.
Which game did you watch yesterday?
None. I fell asleep, didn't I?
Oh yeah. I watched Man City Dortmund. It was a good game. I wish I watched Real Madrid Liverpool, to be fair, but City Dortmund was an okay game. I mean, City dominated, and Dortmund kind of just took the one chance that they got in the game, to be fair.
Well, they took their second as well, but it got disallowed.
To be fair, no, they took their first and it got disallowed. Their second, Marco Reus scored. But a dangerous free kick for PSG. And Neymar puts it in again, and there was a runner there. And I think it's just inches away from the head of Ander Herrera, who would have easily headed that in for 3-0. But Bayern Munich actually got that away, and they can try and build something on the counter. I feel like they need a goal before half-time. Just to give you a retrospect of the shithouse performance by PSG right now, Bayern Munich have had 12 attempts with 4 on target. PSG have had 2 attempts, 2 on target, 2 goals.
Clinical from the Parisians, as Sanusi's down after a wallop to the head by Mason Mount. But I was thinking earlier, like, there's always one team in the Champions League that surpasses expectations, and that was nowhere near his head. I'm sorry, Sanusi gets kicked in the chest, and he starts holding his head as if he's been abused. Like, he's not touched him. Sorry. Carry on.
There's a chance for Bayern Munich. Pavard whips that one in. Choupo-Moting! It's in! It's 2-1, and Choupo-Moting scored. Now, I heard Josh chant or something, but I thought he was saying Peter Wright, obviously playing darts. But if he was, insane coincidence, because Choupo-Moting heads past the goalkeeper and makes it 2-1. What a game!
Yeah, it's exactly. We talked earlier. We were wondering if it was going to be 2 tight affairs. It's 1 tight affair and an absolute goal show over there.
I mean, I'm very thankful that this is the game that I've got given to watch, but it's a thing of beauty. I'm not going to lie, it's a beautiful cross from Benjamin Pavard, and Choupo-Moting just has to connect with it and it's going in. It's one of them crosses that you just need to get anything on it and it'll fly into the back of the net. And Choupo-Moting sticks his Swede on it. It's 2-1 to PSG in this game. But Bayern Munich finally have something to hold up. Well, I say to hold on to. Something to try and get back into this game with. I mean, they've deserved a goal, I'm not going to lie. And they finally got it. Now, I did say 2 minutes ago they needed a goal, I felt, before half-time to try and get back into the game. They've got that goal, and now I think maybe they can push on a little bit. There's still 7 minutes plus added time in this game for the first half, of course. So lovely ball by Kimmich. Oh, good cut out. And now PSG come forward. And just Ganagay puts the ball over the top, but Neuer is quick off his line to stop Neymar. But it's a poor pass. Di Maria picks it up. Oh, sloppy control by him and miscommunication between him and Herrera. But PSG do have it back with Herrera. Back out to the side for Draxler, trying to work his way into the box. Man goes down. It's a free kick to Bayern Munich. But a really fast game I've had so far in the opening 38 minutes. Buzzing.
Just in one word, buzzing.
Yeah, it's been a class game. They're coming forward again with Alphonso Davies, left-hand side. Lovely pass into the midfield of Choupo-Moting. Choupo-Moting still. Takes it past 2. Gets it to Sané. Inside the box, right-hand side. Leroy Sané tries a snapshot. It's deflected into the box. Headed away by Pereira. Picked up by Di Maria. But Bayern Munich, it's weird. Every time both of these two teams go forward, they look like they can score goals, which I think is a game you'd love to watch.
Yeah.
And I've got the honour of watching it at the moment.
Definitely. And Porto are coming forward. It's come to Sanusi after a wayward cross. He drills it back across the box. It's cleared immediately. Grujic tries to win it. It's just lashed clear, to be honest. When in doubt, get it out from Reece James. And nothing comes of it, unfortunately.
But Tubbs is buzzing in chat. He says, come on, one more, fuck yeah. Neuer better get his nuts straight, for fuck's sake. And Kyle said, come on, Bayern. Does everyone just not like PSG or something?
No, I think it's just a respect for Tubbs, to be honest.
Yeah. Tubbs did say both teams are ultra-attacking. To be fair, it looks like it at the moment because cracking affair so far. I mean, PSG have only had 2 shots, but like I said, every time they come forward, they look dangerous. Excuse me.
To be fair, though, that's what we'd expect from them 2 teams.
Yeah.
They're not 2 teams to sit on a lead, are they?
No. Which is exactly what you want to see, to be fair. I mean, I kind of imagined in the away leg especially that PSG would kind of sit back and hit them on the counter because we know how vulnerable Bayern Munich are on the in defence and on the break. Tubbs did say he hates PSG.
Oh, fair enough. If Tubbs hates PSG.
I don't mind PSG.
Havertz has taken out Otavio, on the edge of the box. And I think it was one of them where he took his leg from underneath him. He ended up almost trying to do the splits. And he is in absolute agony. And he's rolling around, holding his groin. And I can't tell if he's genuinely hurt or he's like, because he is rolling at some rate at the moment. He's back up taking the free kick. He's fine.
Oh. Well, Bayern Munich got another chance here to come forward. It's Pavard to Muller, right hand side of the penalty area. Good pass in the midfield to Kimmich. Swarmed by PSG players. They've really closed off that midfield quartet for Bayern Munich at the moment. That's a lovely pass into midfield. Muller flicked on by Pavard. Muller tried to take it in his stride. It's good defending though by PSG. But I'm not gonna lie, Alphonso Davies has definitely made a difference in this game. His pace is obviously unmatched. There's a ball out to Coman, left hand side. Overlap is Alaba. Wins a corner for Bayern Munich. And I mean, still 4 minutes is half left. Could get an equaliser.
Yeah, it's going to be a corner whipped in again. Pepe's head, good save by Mendy. It's another corner, and this must be Porto's 18th of the half. But to be fair, KD, at least Hansi Flick noticed the change, and he didn't waste any time because he could have gone easily to 60 minutes before making that change.
Well, he's just made another change. Jerome Boateng is replacing Nicolas Sula. I don't know if he's injured. Kimmich puts the ball into the box, and it would have been absolute poetry if Jerome Boateng had nodded that in. But yeah, I'm not sure if he's injured or not, Sula, or if he's just got a little strain. But now Colin Dagba's gone down and he's holding his back.
Oh my Lord.
We've had 3 substitutions in the first 42 minutes of this game. Colin Dagba's holding his back. He looks like he's in pain as well. He's just took one in the back from Kimmich. Absolutely wellied the ball at him.
Is it 5 subs?
I think it's 5 subs in the UCL and the UEL, yeah.
It's a good job, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking when he brought Boateng. I'm thinking, well, left then, go on, what's happened there?
Oh, I tell you what, hospital pass from Marchessin. Grujic was on his way running upfield, and they were just not on the same page at all. And it was just nervy for a moment because Grujic was facing the wrong way. Marchessin went for the pass, and it almost was pounced on by Kai Havertz, but all's fine.
There's another dangerous free kick for Bayern Munich. That is never a foul. He's not even touched him. Oh, my God. Well, it's one of them where the player's like stuck his foot and then pulled it out, the attacking player this is. And the defensive player's kind of just gone like over the ball of his foot and not touched the Bayern Munich player at all. Bayern Munich have got a free kick in literally the exact same position as the other time. Kimmich over it. Tubbs has said, by the way, I wanted to ask this for a long time. Who is the better Kieran?
KD.
Nah. We're both equal, I'd say.
Richardson. It's not Richardson. No. It's not Kieren Richardson. Yeah, it's not Kieren Richardson. It's not Kieran Dowell, the guy who only scores hat-tricks against Hull. It's not him either.
It's not Kieran Clark, the Newcastle centre-half.
Just going to name Kieran's now.
I can't think of any more.
No. I'll always vote for KD. There you go.
Well, you know what? I'll always vote for you then because then we're even. So,
well, KD, Porto have gone forward and they've earned a corner, which is.
I think that might be the first time tonight you said that.
I know. I can't believe they've gone forward and earned a corner. I don't know about added time. I'm presuming he'll blow the whistle after this corner. It's whipped in. It's a deep cross. It's headed straight at Mendy's hands. And the ref's going to blow up for half-time. And what I can take from this is Porto are good at earning corners. And I hope you don't mind because your game's still continuing. I will go to the bathroom quickly.
Yeah, that's fine, mate. That's fine, mate. My game's still got 40 seconds of normal time, plus then I think about 1 or 2 minutes of added time. We'll whack the watch-along advert on at half-time so you can see what's coming up on the channel in the next couple of days. And then me and Kieran have a chat at half-time about how poo our games have been, or unpoo, Matt. Unpoo. New word. Or how not shit our games have been, because my game's been very good, I think, tonight. To have 3 goals in one half. We've got 4 goals on the night so far. Exciting stuff. But with 12 seconds left, you got to put in it's a silly mistake by, I think it's Kimpembe, just tries to pass it back to his goalkeeper. Keylor Navas not on the same page, slides it out of play, trying to save it from going out for a corner. Actually, inadvertently gives the corner away. So Bayern Munich, 2 minutes of added time. We're 10 seconds into those 2 minutes, so we're gonna have probably this corner and then a few more chances. Put into the box. Muller header into the hands of Navas. Unpoo, this game is poo. It's not been a bad game, Tubbs. It's been a very decent game. I'm not going to lie. Just because you're a Bayern Munich fan, I know that's why you're saying it's poo. But I think it's been all right. I think as a neutral, this game has been quite fun to watch, I think. Is Herrera, though, and Kimpembe. And we've got a returning Mr. KL. Hello.
Hello, mate. How are you? You all right?
Well, we're still not half time yet, I love you know.
Well, to be fair, it's going to actually be awkward because then when one of our games finishes, we're just going to be sat here.
Yeah, we've got a minute left of the added time, and then we can have a talk about what's happening, and then we can put the watch along advert on. But I mean, it might have the last chance of the game. It's Alphonso Davies, awful cross. Honestly, woeful cross. Sunday League cross that by Alphonso Davies. Couldn't get the head of Choupo-Moting, who was in a decent position, to be fair. But still 2-1. I can't believe he scored. I'm not having it, man.
As Josh would say, Choupo-Goating.
Yeah. And even the fact that he scored, Bayern Munich won't even win the game. If Bayern Munich don't win the game. Josh will be buzzing that Choupo scored, of course. He's one of the players that he likes. Me and Tubbs have had a debate. I asked if unpoo was a word because I said how poo or unpoo the games have been, and I said unpoo, that's not a word. I meant shit. So Troop said unpoo, this game is poo. Talking about the Bayern Munich game, it's proper poo for me, and I was like, yeah, it would be poo if you're watching it. But it's half time. Yes, we're finally at half time. Bloody hell, those 2 minutes felt like ages. But we are at half time now. You know, we'll play the watch long advert at the start of half time. We'll play it at the end of half time. Nice little moment in the middle. So I'll whack the watch long advert on,
mate,
right now.
I whacked it about 3 times during the Gladbach game during half time. I was having food. I was trying to fill time. I was just like, here's the 4th time I'll show you this.
Well, it's the first time tonight of the 19 I'm actually going to show you.
Coming up on the Sports Corner over the next few days, we've got lots of content to come, including sporting action with the darts and the football. For the first time, you can join us for multi-stream watch-alongs. This is basically where you're able to watch 2 streams at the same time on our channel, which will be covering the Premier League of darts as well as the Champions and the Europa League football to come over the next few days. First of all, we've got the Premier League of darts, which you're with me, of course, right now for that. Then we have the Champions League, Bayern Munich taking on Paris Saint-Germain, as well as Porto Chelsea. That is available from 7:50, so it might even be live while you're watching now. We've got the Premier League of darts, night number 4. That's live from 7:05 with myself on Thursday night. Some big games coming up there from Milton Keynes. And then don't forget, the Europa League quarterfinals first leg goal show is on Thursday from 10 to 8 with the rest of the Sports Corner team. We have Friday A-League morning watch-alongs. That's MacArthur Bulls coming up against Brisbane Roar. That is with Rowan from 10 a.m. And then, of course, the last night of Premier League action, night number 5, from 7:05 with myself before the end of the week on the Sports Corner.
He's good, isn't he, Josh? He's good, isn't
he? He's honestly, the fact that he's done that is just, if our lives weren't easy enough, he now does that as well, which makes us, sit back, get a drink, have a bit of food if we had any here. I don't, but
I mean, I went to the shop the other day when I went to play football with my friends, and I'm going to get these crisps out called cheesy curls.
Now, like B-Tech quavers.
Do you know? Right? No, they're not quivers. They're like Watsits. They literally just look like Watsits. But you also get 20% extra free. They were £1, and I picked them up yesterday after I'd finished playing football with my mates. So I'm gonna eat them a little bit later on, and I'm absolutely buzzing for it because honestly, it's going to be like Gordon Ramsay. I'm going to be testing the palate. I'm going to be asking people to take taste tests and stuff. But Kyle, of course, has plugged the website. We'll get away from the cheesy curls. Thank you for plugging the website very much. The first actual new piece of content went on the website for about a week and a half or so, of course. Took a little bit of a break because we were kind of getting a little bit burned out from the website, but we are back on it now. I put the Champions League story of night 1 on. Story of night 2 will be tomorrow followed by the Europa League on a Friday morning. Buzzing. And of course, we've got quite a lot of stuff going on tonight and across the week here in the world of wrestling. I know Rowan's doing a lot of stuff with WrestleMania week.
I was going to say there'll be some content, newer content up by Mr. O'Connell, who'll be covering tonight, Stand and Deliver Night 1, Stand and Deliver Night 2, SmackDown before Mania, Mania Day 1, Mania Day 2, Raw after Mania, and there's a lot going on for Rowan during that week. And soon to come, I do want to announce, MLS is coming soon, isn't it, Kieran? I'm well excited.
Yeah, of course, it's going to be your thing. MLS is going to be your thing, of course. I mean, fair play to you. I couldn't sit there and watch MLS football. But who am I to judge, eh?
No, it's all right. We've got basically what we've decided is the retirement home on one half of the world is covered by Rowan, and the retirement home on the other half of the world is covered by me.
Yeah, Josh can cover everything from in between those two.
Yeah. Where there's no players over the age of like 35 that you forget exist, like Matt Derbyshire.
You know what, though? The MLS always has good games when it gets to the playoffs. Like they always have a 3-2 or a 4-3 in there.
Well, was you here? I think you were here at the time when we were watching that game. I don't know if you had your door open, actually. We were watching that game that was in the playoffs where it went to penalties, and the goalkeeper had got sent off during the shootout, so they had to bring in a replacement player to go in net for them.
How did he get sent off in a shootout?
Because he wasn't on his line. Yeah.
Imagine Champions League final, you get sent off because you weren't on your line.
Yeah, and then the player went in net, and that team ended up winning. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I'm hoping for weekly drama.
Yeah, and I think we tried it with the A-League watch-alongs. Everyone loves them. Rowan loves them. The people who watch love them. They get good numbers on the channel, of course. So I think we just got to try stuff, even if it doesn't necessarily do well. Just try it. Why not? Because at the end of the day, if we're enjoying it, then that's all that's important. To be fair.
That's it. I'm going to do it for the enjoyment because it's a league I've actually wanted to get into for a while. I like me American. I like me American football. I like America in general. A bit backwards, but in terms of like the footballing side of it, there has been some talented players that have come over. If you look at Miguel Almiron, Newcastle. Go on, sorry.
I was going to say Miguel Almiron.
Yeah, Davis came from Vancouver Whitecaps, obviously.
Daryl DK as well, who plays for Barnsley, of course. Yeah,
a lot of players coming over, and if you look at the youth team in America at the moment, that's kind of the most teams like under 23s that are so talented. Look at how many like Weston McKennie, and you look at Tyler Adams. All of them have started from America and come over.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of talent surfacing over there. I mean, you have to tell me all about it, and you guys will have to tune in to find out about it. Watchalongs.
The league's a bit backwards in terms of I'm not used to seeing a league like that goes into playoffs and stuff like that, but it will be a fun experience. Think about the bloody MLS now.
Well, at half-time in these games, of course, currently Bayern Munich 1, PSG 2, Porto 0, Chelsea 1. Do you see more goals in the second half and just like sum up what's really happened in the first half? Yeah,
I do expect there to be more goals in this game. I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of thinking that in terms of Chelsea, they were just more efficient. They had one shot in the whole half, and it went in. Whereas Porto, when they came forward, the best chances they've had have really been forced in corners, and they've had shots from range, which haven't really troubled Edward Mendy. Maybe that's the difference with having a winger up front rather than a clinical striker like Taremi is. So I can't believe still managed to get him in there somehow. But no, in all seriousness, I think Porto were impressive enough. They just need that final ball. That's all they need.
Yeah, I think you could probably say that about Bayern Munich as well. I mean, it's been very, very poor from them in terms of quality up front. Of course, they've probably dominated the game. Apart from the two chances that PSG have had, they've probably had the best chances of the game, Bayern Munich. But like you said, clinical Chelsea, clinical PSG, 2 shots, 2 goals. It's as simple as that in this game, and it's been a fantastic game to watch so far. But we've watched a half each of football tonight. We watched 90 minutes of games yesterday. Who do you think's going to go through out of all the ties?
Man City are definitely going through. I think this might be their year to win it. I'll be honest with you. They're the most accustomed to playing without fans. So,
yeah.
That's what?
Just a shit, Man City, don't you? To be fair, I don't like Man City either.
No, I just think it's their year. Besides the fan thing, genuinely, I think it's their year.
I mean, if they go through, they're going to have to beat either City. No, they're going to have to beat Bayern Munich or PSG, are they?
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I kind of want Bayern to go through because, as I say, if Man City are to win the tournament, they'll have just had to go on a German tour. Knock out Gladbach, knock out Dortmund, knock out Bayern, and then you get whoever's in the final.
I mean, we've seen it today, though. Bayern Munich can be got at. And, I mean, they're probably still the favourites to win the tournament.
Yeah.
But, one sec. Rowan's asked the question, how come so many subs for Bayern so far? I'm hopping in and out of the game and just seeing like 3 subs ready. So, Marquinhos got injured for PSG after he'd scored the goal, so he came off. So, yeah. And then Alphonso Davies came on for Goretzka. I think that was a tactical change. And then Nicolas Sula was injured, I think. So that's probably why there have been so many changes. But do you think anybody other than Man City are in for it?
I think PSG. I think this is a PSG side which, to be fair, I don't mind them. I know this is not what they're doing, by the way. They've just not been good in the league. But I think if they took a break from maybe winning the league for 1 year, I think they'd take it if they won the Champions League. I don't think they'd care. Because they win the league pretty much every other year. That's not what they're doing, by the way. They're not tanking the league. They've just not been very impressive. But I think it's a team with a different mentality to PSG of the past. They got so close last year. And I think if they had their chance over again, we've seen tonight they can get at Bayern Munich. We saw in the final, they put up a very good fight against Bayern Munich and they were close. But I think they want that one back. And if they can get past arguably one of the toughest teams in the league, they can score past anybody. And the only team I could see causing PSG problems would be the semi-final against Manchester City if they were to go through. And from that, I think they've got as good a chance as anybody.
Yeah, and I think after we saw last night, of course, how good Real Madrid played, I think they've got to be again up there because they're going to have a favourable tie against one of Chelsea or Porto. Of course, no pushovers, but it is a more favourable tie than the likes of Man City or Bayern Munich are going to get. So they could have a real. I don't want to say easy because I don't want to disrespect any sides, but they could have an easy route to the final, and of course, getting another Champions League for Zinedine Zidane and Real Madrid.
Yeah, I'm just actually seeing your goals now. Neuer should be doing better with the first one, and that second one is just a delightful ball by Neymar.
Yeah,
and then I'm just looking at the Choupo-Moting header.
It's a great
header. It's just 3 good goals, to be honest. I mean, gotta admit, I think he should be doing a little bit better, Mr. What's it called?
Mr. Neuer.
Mr. Neuer. But besides that, not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a good game, of course, and I think as good as mine's been, probably yours has been all right.
Yeah, it's not been the worst half of football in the world. It's not. Unfortunately, I think another goal in this game for Porto, it kind of bruised the tie up very nicely. At the moment, I think Porto need that first goal because they've made it through one miracle. Not a miracle because they deserved it, but you know what I mean, that level of performance.
Yeah.
Against Juventus. And they don't want to put themselves in that situation again where they have to kind of come back from the depths like they did against Juve when they went down to 10 men. So I think stay sensible, get one back. Maybe they'd take a 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, I think as long as they're still in it going into the second tie, they'll probably be happy because, of course, they played well in the second leg against Juventus. Maybe they could do that again against the Chelsea side that's not been so consistent over the last few weeks. I mean, they're good at defending. They showed it in the last round. They were really good against Atletico Madrid over 2 legs. And like I said, the first real lapse of concentration at the weekend, probably in that 5-2 loss against West Brom. The red card obviously helped it, but it was the first real time that Chelsea got exposed under Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah, as you say, like in terms of consistency, they've definitely had more consistency under Thomas Tuchel. There's no doubt about it, and they don't look as weak defensively. Probably because they've moved back to a 5 or a 3, if you want to call it a 3. It's, to be honest, it's very interchangeable, isn't it? But
yeah,
that's probably what's allowed them a little bit more freedom in the likes of the fullbacks of Reece James and Chilwell to go forward and affect the attacking third, and it does structure them, make them structurally more compact in defence. So and they're coming forward here through Kovacic through the midfield. He's driving with it. He spots Mount on the outside. There's an overlapping run. He goes for the cross instead. He's Werner's head, and it was just one of them where he's reaching for the header and it goes over the top of the crossbar.
Your game started. I'm jealous. My game's not even bloody started yet.
Well, to be honest, we were waiting for you to finish your game earlier, so this is I get 2 minutes of unadulterated football.
Oh God, you get to carry the stream for 2 minutes.
Yeah, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for, boys. This is the takeover for another probably about 10 seconds.
Well, the players are coming back out. The players are coming back out. I've just seen Manuel Neuer and Choupo-Moting's coming back out, which is important. Of course, the referee's just giving him a tap on back. Oh, you know he's scoring an hat trick this game now that referee's tapped him on back. Right.
I know we should have spoke about half time. What do you think about that assistant?
Which assistant?
The assistant referee last night.
Which game?
Dortmund. Did you see it?
What? I don't know what you're on about.
Where he asked for Haaland's autograph in the tunnel.
Oh, right. Me and Rowan were talking about this, right?
Yeah.
Of course, I said he might have been getting it for his son or daughter or something like that. But don't do it where the cameras are. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think. To be honest, I understand, but you've got to be professional in that setting.
Yeah. Like, we and Rowan were talking about this earlier. By the way, sub central over here, honestly. You'd think it were a YouTube channel, this, because there's another sub. It's Bakker coming on for number 22. Hang on, let me get a look at that. Who's number 22?
Oh, Mitchell Bakker.
Diallo. Yeah, Mitchell Bakker's coming on for Diallo. So, well, he held the 22, but he's not actually made the substitute yet. But he flashed the 22 on the board, teasing me a little bit.
Yeah, to be fair, that was the same sub they made on the weekend.
But yeah, it's another substitution this game. This will be the 4th substitution of this game. It's still not bloody underway yet.
So your guys are busy wasting substitute. We're 3.5 minutes in. It's basically full time.
It is Diallo coming off for Mitchell Bakker. I mean, I've not really seen much of Mitchell Bakker, Kieran. Can you tell me what kind of player he is?
To be honest, he's made, politely to the guy, he's made subs in kind of fleeting appearances, to be honest. He likes to get forward. I remember I watched him and I can't remember what game it was, but for some reason he was like the biggest attacking threat on PSG's team. It was one I watched with Josh when Florenzi and Bakker were like the most attacking threats. So he's a fullback that definitely likes to get forward in comparison to Diallo.
But we're still not underway, Kieran. Would you believe it?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll carry it for a little bit longer as Sanusi drills it into Diaz. But this is the thing, when your game's got nothing going on, it's hard to carry anything, to be honest with you.
Right, wait. 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Kick the ball, Muller. 1, 1. There we go, underway for the second half of football for Bayern Munich PSG. It's about bloody time. Still 2-1 on aggregate, but Bayern Munich with all 2 in the second half to try and peg back this lead that PSG will be taking to, I presume, the Parc des Princes or wherever they're going to.
No idea anymore. I tell you what, some lovely feet by Tecatito Corona on the wing there. He's nutmegged Ben Chilwell. And as they used to say, stay clever, keep them together. But unfortunately, it's gone through Chilwell's legs. It's come to nothing, but it's just some lovely skill. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
By the way, if anyone doesn't get that reference, I think it was Peak Soccer AM. Was that one? Oh no, it wasn't Peak Soccer AM. That was Brad Bobley. If anyone ever remembers that from bloody. And Musa Mariga's in. He's 1-on-1 with Mendy. Good save by the goalkeeper. Sorry, I thought Rudiger was going to catch it.
Bloody hell. Wanted the submarine to score. You know how much I love the submarine, Kieran.
Oh, right. I wondered what you were talking about for a minute.
The submarine, I just love him.
I still can't believe... Did you get the niche reference of Bob Bradley? Not Bob Bradley, Brad Bobley.
No, I don't know.
No, do you know... Right, on Soccer AM, basically, they took the mick out of Bob Bradley when he came over and did, like, an American... thingy, and that's where Meg Nuts came from instead of nutmegs.
Oh,
yeah, it was Brad Bobley.
Well, I'm going to predict the. I think there's going to be another substitution for Bayern Munich in probably around about 5 or 10 minutes time, because I think Kingsley Coman's going to be taken off because he has been pretty shit this game. I mean, against one of his former teams. Obviously scored the winner in the final last year. The only goal. Was also there at the ground. Just thought I'd let you know, for no reason at all.
Nice.
But Kingsley Coman probably going to get taken off for the likes of. Let me get the bench up. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've only got 6 players on the bench.
And I tell you what, a man's gone down in the box here. I think it's just good strength by Cesar Azpilicueta. And I do want to bring up how good has Azpilicueta been for so long.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, I think he's a Chelsea legend. You might say I'm wrong, but...
No, he definitely is.
I think he is.
He's a Chelsea legend. He's been... I don't think he ever really has bad games, I'm not going to lie.
No, he reminds me very much of the way Patrice Evra was so consistent for so many years.
What a beast. Would you like to know Bayern Munich's substitute bench, by the way?
Sure, go ahead.
So they've got Alexander Nubel, obviously. They've got Bounissar, Alphonso Davies and Jerome Boateng, who have already come on. So that would leave the substitutes of Javi Martinez, Jamal Musiala, and Bounissar are the only 3 that could... and Alexander Nubel are the only possible players that they can come off the bench.
I think we might see Jamal Musiala.
Yeah, probably. And he likes bringing Javi Martinez, and I've noticed late into games, so... we might have Javi Martinez coming on at some point as well.
Great. We love that.
The electric pace.
Yes, absolutely electric. As there's a corner, but this time it's for Chelsea. Change of scenery for corners. They're always at this end of the pitch. That's what I've realised. As the corner will be whipped in by Reece James. It's not going to be whipped in. The ref's pointing at somebody. And he's having a go at them.
Oh, well, Leroy Sané entered the area to Josh Kimmich. Had to go backwards, but he does find Alphonso Davies in a lot of room, and he's been really good since he's come on, Davies. It's Kingsley Coman up against Colin Dagba. Does well to keep the ball. Lovely skill by Coman. Whips the ball in, wins a corner for his team. The first real good bit of quality tonight from Kingsley Coman. And I said he'd probably come off in the next 5 or 10 minutes, but finally does something right. Wins a corner for his side. Good positive play. Chance for Bayern Munich to equalise from this corner. With Kimmich to take. Sorry, go on.
No, it's Grujic. He goes backwards. It's one of them where he was attacked. He was really picking up the ball and running into space, which I guess you wouldn't really associate Marco Grujic with always. But he did some really nice footwork, and it's a lovely switch to, I think it's Tecatito again. Some decent footwork, but James isn't fooled by that.
Oh, well, a bit of a weird decision that. A free kick's been given to PSG inside their own box. Adjudged a high foot by Thomas Muller. Wasn't really off the ground, to be fair, but lovely forward by Jerome Boateng. And I don't know why Choupo-Moting's tried the flick between his legs, because I don't think Thomas Muller was on the same wavelength as...
he's off the line! Oh, right. Apparently there's been a foul in the box. It was basically from another Porto corner. Mendy came and flapped at it. And then it was kind of up for grabs in the middle. And then I'm trying to see what the ref's given a foul for. Someone ended up on the deck. I'm just trying to see. Oh, it's offside. Okay, Chancellor Mbemba trying to get the secondary flick from Mendy flapping at it.
Neymar! Oh, what a save by Neuer. Still not cleared. Shot off the line by Alphonso Davies. Oh, what a chance for PSG to extend their lead there. But 2 off-the-line clearances in 2 seconds.
Would you say first chance of the half, really, for any team?
Yeah, probably. And PSG have won it back again. And that man, Di Maria, now on the ball, doesn't get fouled. No foul given by the referee. But yeah, the first massive chance of the half falls to PSG.
And I'll tell you what, first big chance of this, first real big chance because the other one was offside. And Wilson Manafa was running with the ball and it didn't seem like anybody could stop him. I think he ended up driving in midfield, gave it to Luis Diaz, 1 touch out of his feet, and he went to bend it into the bottom right, and that is just past the post. It's not a camera trick. Do you know where you think it's close, but it's not? That one genuinely was close from Luis Diaz.
Paul threatening though.
Yeah, definitely. And again, they've got to watch out for Chelsea though, because it's only took Chelsea 1 chance. And I've got to admit, that's one of the worst goal kicks I've ever seen.
Alaba! Good save by Navas. He found it on the edge of the area. It wasn't really the right position for Alaba to strike on with his left foot, kind of a little bit too central for him, but he strikes it straight down the middle and Keylor Navas parries out of play for a corner kick to Bayern Munich. And I'm pretty sure they've had quite a few corners this game as well.
Yeah, he's one of them. If you've got like over 10 game corners, I think you might have cashed in already.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm going to actually check. Did they tell you corners? They've had 10 corners. Kimmich does whip this corner in, though, and it's gone straight through everybody.
Could you check both? Please?
You want me to check your corners? Yes, of course I can.
Right, specifically Porto.
Yes, of course I can. 1 second. Porto have had 9 corners.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I've just missed a chance by checking your bloody corners.
Sorry.
I think it was Pavard in the box. Hit it exactly like Pavard does. And Keylor Navas made another good save and stopped it from going out of play for another corner to Bayern Munich.
Add that to the list of corners today.
I know. But here is PSG finally getting it out of the back. And a long ball forward just goes straight back to Bayern Munich. And they're getting a little bit penned in at the moment, PSG. And there's real concern over an equaliser for Bayern Munich because they're beating the press again. Alphonso Davies on the ball. There's 2 men over and there's Leroy Sané in acres of space on the right. Here's Alaba to Sané up against Mitchell Baker. Lovely outside of the foot pass to Alaba who dinks it in and Choupo-Moting gets headed away from his head by Pereira. Coleman picks it up, spins on the ball inside the area. Back out to Alphonso Davies. Kimmich. Coleman again. Up against 2. Lovely skill. Shoots low and Navas collects it at his near post. Nice little passage of play there for Bayern Munich. They're definitely threatening and looking the better side so far in this game.
Yeah, and got to admit, when Moussa Marega presses, he's like a battering ram. Like, people try and cut him off. He just barges through people. It's absolutely unbelievable. What a lovely switch to Reece James. Finds the feet of Mason Mount. Reece James on the overlap. His cross is immediately closed down by Sanusi. And we're reaching the 60th minute, and I'm wondering if either manager's going to look to the bench at the moment.
Well, who do you think off the bench? The likes of maybe Giroud or Tammy Abraham, something like that for Chelsea? A little bit more attacking prowess or something?
I'll be honest, I was looking at Porto more than anything as Marchesin spills one to the feet of this. Oh no, it's wide! Oh my God. It had to be in, and I think it's another heroic block from Pepe. If you remember the one in the last round, I don't know if you watched the game actually.
I did.
Do you remember the heroic block from Pepe?
Yeah.
He's just done another one. A shot came in from long range from Rudiger. Marchesin parries it. Werner goes to square the ball to Havertz, and Pepe gets in front of him and prods it. I thought it was an own goal, but it goes just past the post. It's actually a shot by Havertz. It's not a block. I thought Pepe had come in with an amazing block, but no. Havertz went down, claiming a penalty. But that should have been in from either Timo Werner or Kai Havertz. I thought that was an amazing block as well.
Sané inside the box, shoots, and it's just high and wide over the bar. And if that had gone in, I'd have been giving it the limbs because sexiest player alive. But yeah, massive chance for Chelsea to make it 2-0 and potentially kill off the game.
Yeah, maybe so. And it might be a chance there as Chilwell races past Manafa, and it's just good strength by Chancellor Mbemba. It's just good strength. And I've got to admit, I apologise to Pepe there. I gave him far too much credit.
I mean, it's weird because Marchessin in the last round was so good. Porto with both legs. He was absolutely incredible. Of course, a few mistakes tonight, as you said so far.
Yeah, it was one of them where it bounced in front of him and he maybe thought it was safer to just parry it away. But unfortunately, only parried it into the path of Werner. Werner, if he had more confidence, maybe goes for goal, tries to square it to Havertz, and Havertz, he prods it wide. And that might mean the introduction of Giroud, who's stripped and ready on the bench.
Well, as Thomas Muller plays a lovely ball across field to Kingsley Coman, takes it down well, tries to put it into the box to Leroy Sané, actually hits someone in the head. Ball's now delivered in, Kimpembe heads it away. Choupo-Moting's going to pick it up on the right wing. Don't know where he's going. Has to find Jerome Boateng. I'm pretty sure Boateng's probably quicker than Choupo-Moting. But I think Anna Herrera took one in the face there from the cross by Kingsley Coman, right in the chops.
Oh,
not a nice one to take if you're a player, of course.
No, luckily they're not playing with the old mitre balls. Would have been a bloody tooth missing.
With Pavard right hand side of the penalty area, back to Leroy Sané, who's not really done much today. Here's Kimmich though. That inside ball to Leroy Sané, ball across the box, and it really should have been put in by anybody. Still with Muller, falls to Alaba. Here's Kimmich, tries to chip one into the net, and it's a poor attempt by Joshua Kimmich. Trying to do similar to what he did in the Classica last year, where he just dinks it into the corner of the net. Poor option. Yeah. Should have put his foot through it, and it probably would have been 2-2. But Bayern Munich again, they're looking dangerous.
Well, it's the first yellow card of the match, and it's to Chancellor Mbemba. It's one of them where Chilwell gets there first. He's come through.
Mbappe's in. Mbappe won on with Neuer. What a save by Neuer. I don't know if the flag's going to go up or not, but if not, that is an absolutely massive miss in this tie. He looked offside to me. He looked miles offside to me. Oh, it's a close one.
Oh, why has he missed that?
It's happened.
It's from that corner where Mbemba kind of went to kick the ball, kicked Chilwell. Reece James puts a lovely whipped ball in, and it's 4 Chelsea men going to get it. Azpilicueta goes for the diving header. Not a man really near him, and he just heads it wide. And for me, he's got to be putting that in the back of the net. He's inside the 6 yard, well, just on the edge of the 6 yard box with the header. And for me, he's got to put that in. He's not the person you want him for the goal.
Sorry, Kieran. Choupo-Moting has had 2 identical chances in the last 5 minutes, and Danilo Pereira both times has headed it off his head. But Bayern Munich have got a very, very dangerous free kick here. I'm pretty sure it's a Bayern Munich free kick anyway. Yeah, it is. Benjamin Pavard taken out by Julian Draxler off the ball. Another chance for Bayern Munich to get a ball in the box and equalise, because the equaliser's coming because they are having a massive amount of sustainable pressure on this PSG backline. It's just a question of if they cave or not. And I mean, I'm no disrespect to Choupo-Moting. He's played very well. But I feel like if some of the chances that he's had had fallen to Lewandowski, I think Bayern Munich might have been winning this game. Yeah,
but 2 subs in this game. Havertz and Werner are off. And on comes Pulisic and Giroud.
Yeah, Bayern Munich have got the free kick, which Kimmich delivers. It's a lovely ball. Muller free header. It's 2-2. Oh. That is an absolutely wonderful goal. It's as beautiful as you like. It's a lovely ball by Joshua Kimmich again. And Thomas Muller nods it past Keylor Navas. And it's all square at the Allianz Arena. What a game.
And what a comeback. And I tell you what, I think there's going to be a free kick here against Reece James for a flailing arm. It's right on the edge of the box. I can't see who's down. I think it's Sanusi who's down. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, it's just an elbow to the chest. Not in any malicious way. It's just kind of, shoulder barged Sanusi away, and it's going to be a free kick to Porto as he goes down clutching his chest. I think it was just on the edge of the box. As Marega's trying to say it was an elbow, I think that would have been a bit harsh, if I'm honest with you.
They're coming forward again by Munich. Joshua Kimmich plays a lovely ball over the top for Leroy Sané, chests it down. He couldn't quite control it. But what did I say, Kieran? The equaliser was coming. They were having so much sustainable pressure. And the back line did cave because it was a lovely header by Thomas Muller, but he's just not getting picked up by anybody. There's 3 men behind him, all pointing at each other, saying that he's your man. Nobody went with him, and he had a free header to nod him, but a brilliant cross by Joshua Kimmich. And now it's a question of can Bayern Munich have anything to take to the away leg? I'm not going to say the Parc des Princes, but they're coming forward again, which is promoting edge of the area. David Alaba battling with just again against the ball.
I'll tell you what, a great tactical performance from Hansi Flick as well.
Yeah, the substitutes have worked. Alphonso Davies has been phenomenal since he's come on, I'm not going to lie. Jerome Boateng's added a lot more stability to that back line as well. They haven't really been able to counter on him as much. But Julian Draxler's gone into the book for another foul on Pavard, so I'm sure he'll be getting substituted soon. But yeah, pretty much as you said, Hansi Flick he's bounced back from that 2-goal PSG lead with his substitutes, and it's worked perfectly for him.
Yeah, and that's what you want from your manager, is to be proactive, and that's what Hansi Flick's done today. And that's going to be a foul, I think. Chilwell's going to...
Choupo-Moting's in again. Danilo Pereira fantastic defending again.
Seems like the momentum's very much changed in that game.
Yeah, I mean, the advantage has been played. Leroy Sané is up against 2, tries the ball into the box, and Danilo Pereira's there again, but it's come to Kimmich, who dinks one into the box. Muller heads it, goes for the overhead kick, and I mean, I was getting excited because it was an overhead kick, but it goes a few yards wide, and I think he's actually managed to injure himself in the process. I think he collided heads with Danilo Pereira. But we love an overhead kick, Kieran, don't we? We love an overhead kick attempt.
It's never really ever close, but we always get excited just in case.
I know. It's a thing of beauty when it goes in, though. I mean, Will obviously had in the last round with the Giroud overhead kick.
Yeah, it's like when whenever I see a scorpion kick attempt, the excitement gets over me because I saw one in my life. Well, I saw one with Lazaro, and since it's just been every time I think it's going to be in.
I've only ever seen one scorpion kick. No, 2. Lazaro and Mkhitaryan all them years ago.
Are you on about live? Because I remember seeing Giroud's live. Live is in on the telly.
Well, yeah, I saw Mkhitaryan's live.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just watching as Uribe tried to hit it over the top to Moussa Marega, and he was trying to run onto it, but this time Rudiger did catch up to Marega and cleared it. Surprised that I can't pronounce his name. Is it Conchichao? The manager of Porto, Sergio Conchichao, I'm going to call him, hasn't looked to his bench yet at all. He is trusting the 11 on the field. Oh,
it's lovely by Davis. Kingsley Coleman, left-hand side of the penalty area. Goes inside. Davis on the edge. Takes a touch onto his right foot. Sliding challenge by Kimpembe. And then Bayern Munich players are appealing for a penalty, but now they've got a real situation to defend. It's a 4-on-4. Di Maria slows it down, plays a lovely pass to Neymar. It's gone straight through him. And out for a goal kick to Bayern Munich. But we're going to have a look at a replay of this. Kimpembe slides to the floor. It hits off Alphonso Davies's heel, and Kimpembe's sliding hand. It hits. There's nothing he can do about it. It's never a penalty, and rightly so, not given. Kyle did say, I'd say Bayern may need to score another 2 to make it a little comfortable in the second leg. And I mean, I don't think with those 2 away goals, no matter what they do, it's going to be comfortable in the second leg.
Sanusi's down again, and it's another free kick. And God, this time he's slamming the floor in pain. Now this one looks like genuine pain.
Thomas Muller, I think he's busted the back of his head open. There's blood pouring from the back of his head. It looks awful. I mean, I don't even think he notices either. I don't think he's noticed that he's got blood pouring from the back of his head because he's just gone to the referee, who, me? Like gesturing that I've got anything on the back of my head.
Well, to be fair, I guess you wouldn't.
It is absolutely pouring out the back of his head. It has been snowing. He could possibly think it would probably snow. But he's pouring out the back of his head like there's no tomorrow. He's had to go off the pitch and get treatment. But Bayern Munich have been playing this with 10 men.
I guess unless you put your hand back there, you don't know.
No, but I'm sure you'd be able to feel like something like, because it was absolutely pouring out of his head.
True, maybe. It's another set piece for Porto now, and surely they've got to make one of these set pieces pay. They've had so many tonight. As Otavio stands over it again with 20 minutes to go. Sanusi is okay. Lots of slamming the floor. I'm surprised he's not hurt his hand more than anything. And he's into the box, and it's cleared away immediately. If Porto were any good at set pieces, they'd have had a free tonight or something like
that. Have they been poor tonight?
The set pieces?
Just Porto in general. Has it been a lacklustre performance from them? Has it been a...
No, I don't want to discredit them too much because I think they've been the better side over the 90 minutes. They just haven't been able to put a chance away. And it's a long ball, and Marega's gone down in the box. Referee waves it away, but it's one of them. VAR's going to check it.
What do you think?
I need to see it again, mate, to be honest with you. It was a throw, and Marega spun, I think it was Azpilicueta or Christensen. I couldn't tell which. He spins Azpilicueta. No, that's so soft. Azpilicueta, yeah. He just has like a little nudge, not much at all. And Marega, for the size of the man, should not be going down that easily. But
yeah, you don't know how easily submarines go down, Kieran. They're like a dive.
Yeah, but
well, I'm going to stop because Mbappe's in. He's faced up against Jerome Boateng. Mbappe onto his right foot. Shoots. It's 3-2 PSG. One Mbappe's got 2 on the night. Get excited because that's a 3rd away goal. And PSG restore their lead with, I think that's their 2nd shot of the half. Oh, it's getting good over here.
What an amazing tie that's been.
Yeah, by far one of the best ties for a long time. I mean, I watched a cracker. The second leg of the Juventus Porto game was an absolute cracker. This has arguably been better. We've still got another 20 minutes left. It's a counter attack again, and Bayern Munich is so open. When Mbappe gets the ball, he's actually on the juncture of the left-hand side of the penalty area. He does so well to just coast inside, holds off the shot, squares up Jerome Boateng, and actually ends up putting it between his legs into the opposite corner of the net. I tell you, this boy is something special.
He is. And I was about to say maybe Marega was as well. But
Marega, Mbappe, honestly, it's like tomato and tomato.
It is. As the ball's going to go out of play. Porto they've sped. The refs paused the game. I'm not really sure why. Sorry, but Porto were showing some urgency. There's going to be a booking for Concha, the manager.
Kyle has said, no, I changed my mind. I want Chelsea to win and go through. Porto are pissing me off while their players falling over and whinging about it.
They are falling over a lot. They are. Every tackle. Sanusi even got me last time. I was like, oh, he might actually be hurt because he looks in agony. He's not. He's fine. He's absolutely fine.
Oh, my God. He should have scored. Choupo-Moting should have scored. It should be 3-3. It's a ball over the top that gets nodded down by Kingsley Coman. I mean, I don't know if the whistle went or something because Kimmich has got a yellow card for something. But he tries a back heel attempt from about 8 yards out. Choupo-Moting gets blocked quite easily by I think it's Pereira, and it comes back to him, and he just flings a foot at it, and he really should do better with it because he just kicks it with no power straight at Keylor Navas. It should be 3-3. Oh, what a massive chance for Maxim Choupo-Moting.
Yeah, so he's one of the best in the world, so I'm surprised he's not put that. I can't even say it with a serious face like Josh does. I can't.
Well, I mean, we were saying how well Boateng actually did. Oh, the Moise Keane's coming on. Yes, we love Moise Keane. We were saying how well Boateng had done that, like coming on and like nullifying that threat of the counter attack. And like Alexa says, great tactical move by Flick with allowing Mbappe to run on the counter attack with nobody marking him. Kind of just got proved wrong, didn't we? Back when we said that, because
because I still think tactically to make the changes to get back into the game, he still did very well. However, maybe he was a little bit naive to the fact that they weren't going to get hit on the counter again.
No, I mean, they'd done pretty well up until this point since the second goal had gone in.
Exactly.
So for about, I'd probably say about 45 minutes of the game, maybe a little bit more, they'd dealt with it well. And that was the first real time they'd been hit on the counter like they were in the first half. And of course, PSG absolutely ruthless in front of goal again. I think that might be their fourth shot of the game and their third goal, which of course we talked about earlier. But Bayern Munich now chasing the game again, but PSG 3 away goals, massive.
Kidding. Can I have a quick search on free kicks in this game, please, as well?
Do they even do free kicks? I don't even know. Do you want me to tell you fouls?
That'll do.
I'm just going to stop though because Mitchell Baker's got a fucking Baker. It's been kicked out because Neymar's down on the floor screaming and shouting. 11 fouls for Porto, 16 for Chelsea.
Great. 27 fouls in this game I've had.
Mine's had 17. 11 for Bayern Munich, 6 for PSG.
10. It's not been the best watch, I'll be honest.
No, I do feel bad because I'm watching probably one of the best ties. Yeah, probably one of the best ties.
You wait till the second leg when I get to see Mehdi Taremi. I'll be more than happy to watch a 1-0 if Mehdi Taremi's on the pitch. I'm not bothered then.
Neymar's limping a bit, of course. He did go down under the challenge of, I think it was Jerome Boateng. He's limping a bit, but he looks all right.
To be fair, you need to watch out because I remember me and Josh moaned at him like rolling around on pitch, and it was time he broke his shin. We were all like, "Oh, he's moaning again." He just sat there with half his shin left.
Advantage has been played. Neymar picks the ball up and tries to play Moise Kean down the right hand side, but it's well cut out by Alphonso Davies, who's, to be honest, probably been one of Bayern Munich's best players tonight. There's not been that many out there. I'd probably say Kimmich and I'm going to stop because Chipu Goting's got the ball. He's inside the box. He tries to play it along the line of the box. It's not a good ball, and I'm not going to lie. It comes to Alphonso Davies. Here's Coman in the box. Tries to flick one to Alaba, but he goes down under pressure. It's going to fall for Coman, but he couldn't get there before they were on rushing Keylor Navas. It's still 3-2 to PSG.
There's going to be 2 changes, and surprisingly, they're for Chelsea and not Porto. Kante and Thiago Silva both getting readied. As Grujic takes it past Kovacic in the midfield, he's still driving, to be fair to him, the former Liverpool man. And then, Otavio's ball in the middle is just out the path of Marega. And it's what I've said about Porto. Their kryptonite tonight has been that final ball. It's been very decent as they progress through the thirds. And then at the moment they get around the box, it's just not been very clinical. But that's a long ball that's beautifully found the feet of Luis Diaz. And again, he's just one touch away from getting a strike on goal. And he's messed up.
Leroy Sané's in the box. He's done beautifully. Still going. Whips it across. Wins a corner for his team. Alexa did ask you a question, though. He said, how has Grujic looked?
But you know what? Not too bad, to be honest. When he's had the ball at his feet, he's been very impressive in terms of driving from midfield. He has just took out. As you come to me, he's being booked. Brilliant. Pulisic just knocks it past him, and Grujic is having none of it. Smack. Just takes him out. Fair play. But when he's had the ball at his feet, he's looked quite impressive. He has kind of been missing a little bit in the game, I'll be honest. But when he has had the ball at his feet, he looks very decent.
Well, you said that Porto love their corners. I think this might be Bayern Munich's 14th or 13th corner of the game. Joshua Kimmich has had a lot of balls to deliver into the box tonight, and he's just delivered another one in. The delivery's just not been on though. Like from the free kicks have been really good, but from the corners they've just not been it. Yeah, no. Bayern Munich with 15 minutes left. You've probably got about 13 or 12 minutes left of your game. I'm going to assume.
No, just 10, lad. Mount is off for Kante, and Reece James is off for Thiago Silva. So I presume Azpilicueta's moving to right back.
Yeah, I mean, last 10 minutes of your game, it's a real chance for either team to get goals, of course, and try and get either Porto get themselves back into the game. Chelsea extend their lead a little bit more. Yeah,
I'm amazed Porto haven't made a sub. Because, look, now there's 3 getting ready at once. Look at that. Ask and you shall receive, KL. There you are.
But Alexa also said, this game would be drastically different if Lewandowski was on the pitch. I do agree. Go on, Kieran, what were you saying?
No, I was just about to say Chelsea are actually coming forward, and it's a lovely ball over the top to Azpilicueta, who's kept the ball in, but his cross is overhit, unfortunately. But I apologise. It was kind of a nothing chance, actually.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how these last 14 minutes plus added time go, because I'm interested to see if PSG want to sit back on this lead and kind of protect the lead that they've got going into the home leg that they'd have, or if they want to try and extend it potentially, or if Bayern Munich have really got the character that they showed last year, of course, to come back and win this game. So far, it's looking probably like the former will happen, because I just don't know what to expect, to be fair, because I didn't expect there to be 5 goals in this game. I'm not going to lie.
They'd need to, for me, they'd need to stop PSG scoring, which is just an extremely difficult task on any occasion, just to make it a little bit easier.
Yeah,
it depends if Lewandowski's back. I doubt it. It depends.
I don't know when the second legs actually are. Are they 2 weeks?
I think there's a break in the middle.
Moting's in! Oh, what a save, Keylor Navas! And again, he should have scored. He's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. He's offside. Right.
Missed it on purpose.
He's miles offside as well. It's still a bad miss, though.
And now we should have the 3 subs. Are we going to finally have it? Is that Tony Martinez? Could be.
Beast.
Yes, the love of your life, Tony Martinez.
Look how legend. 25 attempts for Bayern Munich this game.
Flicks it over Pepe's head. Don't expect, and yeah, that's proper Kante attacking. He's been tackled a minute later. I thought for a minute he looked like he could go forward.
25 attempts to 5, as Alexa's just said there in the chat.
Wow, it's what you said though. Clinical performance. Right, let's get the subs ready. Wilson Manafa is coming off for a very young-looking individual. Musa Marega is coming off for, I presume, Tony Martinez. Yep, Tony Martinez is coming on. And then the final change will be Otavio off. Do you know what? It'll be easier if I did this. Right, okay. Here you go, Keddy. Manafa off for Concha. I don't know if he's related to the manager, but that would be quite funny. Marega's off for Tony Martinez, and Otavio's off for Fabio Vieira. There you are. Sorry about that.
Don't you worry about him. PSG coming forward again. Moise Kean right-hand side. Is he going to pick a ball out, or is he going to one-on-one with Alphonso Davies? Goes backwards. He don't want to have a foot race with him. And it looks to me like PSG are kind of just sitting on this lead, slowing the game down, and probably wanting to take. So that's a poor pass from Kimpembe to Barker though. I was about to call him Baker, then I didn't. Well,
I think they're off. I think he might have been offside anyway. But Kovacic was driving through the middle, had Pulisic to his right. He freed him. Pulisic hit it with some venom, and it came ricocheting off the top of the crossbar and out. That could have been. I wouldn't want to say tie over, but give Chelsea a massive advantage going to the second leg, but he hits the woodwork.
Well, Jerome Boateng surrendering possession again. I mean, as well as I said he's played, last 10 minutes he's turned into a bit of a donkey. Gives the ball away straight to Mbappe and then ends up and Alaba ends up fouling Mbappe about 30 off.
Mid-touch, Chilwell's 1-on-1 with Marchesi, and he's round Marchesi, and it's 2-0, and it's Ben Chilwell. And it's the substitute, Concha Chow, who makes a horrendous touch. And it just, or is it, they're zooming in on Tecatito, so it could have been him. I'm just waiting for that again, because it was just a long, aimless ball, really. And it should have been dealt with by Corona, and he just takes an awful touch straight into the path of Chilwell, who rounds Marchesi and puts it into an empty net. And what an advantage for Chelsea coming into the second leg next week.
Yeah, taking a 2-goal advantage to Stamford Bridge.
No. To Sevilla Stadium.
Taking a 2-goal advantage to Sevilla Stadium.
Yeah. Really well taken by the left back, however.
Yeah, I mean he's done quite well this year, Chilwell, at scoring the goals.
Yeah, he's just had a couple of injuries, and he had that little spell in the team, out of the team, sorry, when Tuchel first came in. But since, been very good. And Corona there, not been too bad tonight when he's been squaring up defenders and putting his trickery on show. But he was in a defensive position there, and it's just a complete lapse from the Mexican. And it's a shocking touch that frees up Chilwell, who rounds the goalkeeper very well. But that could be all she wrote for this tie.
And PSG coming forward again with Draxler. Ball into the middle for Ander Herrera. He's got Moiskin out to his right. Chooses to go to Colin Dagba instead. Cuts back onto his left foot. He's faced up against Coleman, and Coleman does well to win the ball back. Alexa said red hot Chilwell peppers. I'm sure you'll appreciate that one. And Kelsey, that's the tie over. Don't see Porto coming back. What do you think?
I tend to agree, but after the last leg, I don't want to be, never say never in football. They've just made it unbelievably difficult for themselves in a game which mostly they've been on top. But unfortunately, a lapse in concentration from a winger playing right back. And, the first goal was just a good goal from Mount, but the second one is so avoidable, and it might have sealed it, which they'll be very disappointed about, because Porto's defence last time out was what won them the tie against Juve.
Yeah, I mean the little chances that they had took advantage of, and tonight it's not been that question, but it's been a night of clinical finishing, winning the games for the sides that are currently in front at the moment.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. I don't know, besides, obviously, Pulisic hit the bar. That's another opportunity I can think of. I'd be surprised if they'd had more than 5 shots, as I think it's come up on the screen. 2 seconds. Oh, they've had six attempts. There you go.
Still with Coleman outside the box. Finds Davis. Edge of the area for Kimmich. He's actually lost it, and now PSG can counter again with Idrissa Gana Gueye up against Alphonso Davies. Yeah, again, don't want to be in a foot race with him.
No.
Has to go backwards on that. Like I said, PSG, I think they are content with taking a 3-2 lead into the second leg. Of course, 3 away goals, absolutely massive.
Yeah, definitely. As Kovacic picks it up again, he's going to turn backwards. I think if you're Chelsea, you're more than content with a 2-0 lead to go into the second leg, which will be in the same stadium, but they'll be the home team. And I think, can Porto get 2 goals next week? I think they'll find it very difficult.
Without Chelsea replying it, yeah, like you say, it's going to be very difficult.
As the ball goes over the top for Giroud to chase, and he's a man you'd love to be in a foot race with, because you'd probably win it.
How long's left in your game?
A minute and a half left in this one. 5 for you, I presume?
6.
Ah, close enough. As Concha picks up the ball, if Porto can get 1, it makes the deficit next week a little bit more manageable, as Diaz drills the pass straight into the path of Ben Chilwell.
Yeah, so like I said, 5 minutes plus added time left. Can't see there being much added time. I don't think there's been that many stoppages in the second half, but PSG have a throw-in. I did just see Moiskin go over in a time waste, though, take it into the corner with 5 minutes left. So that kind of tells you how PSG are willing to play this game. It's been a good performance from Pochettino's players, of course, to beat the European champions 3-2 in their own stadium. And that's a hospital pass by Kimmich. Drax outside the area, took a snapshot, and it flies over the top of the crossbar. But another mistake by Josh Kimmich tonight.
Yeah, and Concha on the right. He's earned a throw-in for his side. He seems to have gone in at right midfield, and Corona's gone in as a right back, which is kind of the cost why they're 2-0 down at the moment.
Yeah.
But he's gonna put the long throw in.
Sané dancing on the right-hand side. Still going. Pokes it across, promoting in the box to Alaba. Low, and it's just wide. I mean, they're claiming a touch for a corner, but what a massive chance for Bayern Munich again. Probably fell to the wrong man as well. Leroy Sané did well. Down outside, pokes it into the box. Choupo-Moting holds it up lays it off to Alaba, who tries a little curler along the floor into the corner of the net. It goes through two PSG players' legs. Any deflection on it helps it probably in just wide past the post by a few inches. Another massive chance, and Hansi Flick almost drops to his knees. Well, Kyle's asked me a weird question. He said, KL, do you have your pom-poms ready for when your match ends to cheer KD on for the remainder mins of his match?
Do you know what? I've forgotten, Kyle, to be honest with you, mate. I can do hand gestures, though, like give us a K, D, as, well, I'm going to stop because Chelsea are coming forward. Well, actually, I did mean to mention I've got 3 minutes added time, so hopefully your game has none.
Muller! What a save by Navas!
It was just noise.
Oh, what a save by Keylor Navas.
Again.
Yeah, Kingsley Coman puts a lovely ball in. Choupo-Moting misses it, shock. Muller's shot actually takes a deflection. I don't even know if it's been saved by Navas. It takes a wicked deflection off the feet of Ander Herrera and Kimpembe, and Navas does get a fingertip to it to stop it. I don't even know if that's took a deflection. Oh, but it's definitely a corner, I think, off Keylor Navas. And I mean, Choupo-Moting's head in his hands, Muller's head in his hands. It's a goal kick.
And to be honest with you, mate, nothing to report as 1:25 left. And the thing is for Porto, if they could get one, it just makes it a little bit easier next week, as Tony Martinez has done some nice hold-up play to Concha Chow. And also, that means it's more likely that Mehdi Taremi is going to start because they need a goal. So that's one thing I'm looking at it.
I think he was going to start anyway, mate.
Yeah, he's one of the better players on pitch. And as Luis Diaz does earn a foul, and there will be a set piece. How poetic that this is how this game will end, with a set piece for Porto.
I mean, you never know if they nick a goal later on, then it could be an interesting second leg.
Yeah, it's one of them. As easy as it seems to say, it just halves the problem that they're going to have to get another. They will have to get two though. That's kind of the game won't change, but this time if they do get one back, two would win it for them rather than taking it to extra time. And they'd also need to not have a reply. But we'll see what they can do. They've not had a good set piece all night. And with 25 seconds to go, can they make one of them pay?
There's another corner for Bayern Munich. Kimmich whips it in. Poor delivery again, but it's headed away. It's not a good header away. Boateng to Coman low, and it's hit the legs of his own player, I think. Still not cleared, though. Boateng tries one over the top. It's a lovely pass to Kimmich, who finds Muller inside the box. Muller lays one across, goes down, claims for a penalty. Ref's given a corner. The yellow cards are coming out here. Yellow card for Choupo-Moting for claiming for the penalty. I mean, the Bayern players are furious. They want a penalty. The refs give the corner. I'm not really sure what's happened.
Set piece came to nothing.
Well, Muller goes to put it in. They're actually claiming a handball, I think, off Ander Herrera. The referee, I don't even think he's checking it.
Oh.
Well, yeah, it's not being checked. Another corner for Bayern Munich, by the way. Kimmich again to whip it in. Better delivery this time, and it's headed away by Danilo Pereira. It was right into the mixer, though.
And that is game over.
Well,
Chelsea,
2-0 finish.
Yeah, Chelsea take a 2-0 lead into the home leg next week, and Porto have it all to do. They've knocked out a giant once. They will have to do it again in even more difficult circumstances. But I'm pretty sure they won't roll over next week. But they've just got a big mountain to climb in this Chelsea team.
Yeah, and I mean, now you're going to have to sit there for however many more minutes of added time and cheer me on, because there's going to be some for PSG. Neymar's coming off, I think. I think it's Rafinha who's coming on. Yeah, Rafinha's coming on for Neymar, but you summed up your game. Do you think Porto have got any real chance in the second leg, sorry?
They've always got a chance. They've always got, a glimmer of hope. And I'm pretty sure that this team won't give up. That's one thing I will guarantee, is that they'll go out next week and they'll give it all they've got. Will it be enough? It looks unlikely, but they'll give it a good go. And as you say, I'm going to have to give it the pom-poms for Kyle there. It looks more like Maracas, to be honest.
There's not actually that many minutes added time. There's only 2, and we're already 23 seconds into those 2. So you won't be cheering me on for long. Bayern Munich camped inside PSG's half at the moment. Here's Kimmich to Coman. Still Coman on the ball. Has to go backwards to Alaba.
I'll be honest. What was ever so slightly awkward was Malang Sarr going and giving a fist pump to Thomas Tuchel. Obviously, that's his team next year.
Oh, well, he almost got caught on the counter-attack there by Munich, by Kylian Mbappe, who's actually limping now after that, after running. I mean, the end of the game can't come quick enough for him because he looks in real discomfort. With 55 seconds left on the clock, Bayern Munich coming forward with Thomas Muller, who loses the ball, and Hansi Flick is not happy about that. Rafinha on the ball, tries to poke him through. It's going to be a free kick to PSG. And Jerome Boateng, he's claiming his innocence, but definitely fouled him. What a good end to the game.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, your game's been definitely more competitive. Ours has been very professional. And Chelsea now, with 1 foot in the semi-final, and looking like a team that is genuinely, even after this weekend where it was a little bit of a slip-up, they are still riding the crest of the Thomas Tuchel wave, I would say.
Yeah, and I mean, why not? Because he's made them defensively more sound, of course, and I think clinical in front of goal is probably what you'd say.
Yeah.
There's Moise Kean. Whipped one right across the face and got out for a goal kick, but the added time's up. And the ref does blow the whistle, and that is game over. Bayern Munich 2, PSG 3, on a night where Bayern Munich were shown up by the French champions. And I mean, that man on the screen right there, Kylian Mbappe, man of the match, probably with his 2 goals. I mean, apart from that, PSG didn't really have much. Bayern Munich wasteful at both ends, I'm not going to lie, with the ball at the back or in front of the goal. But game over, 3-2, Kieran. We've had 2 decent games on the night, like you said.
Just seeing images from your game there, Kimmich seems raging.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure what he's raging about, to be fair, because they've just been shit. Like, no disrespect. He's played all right, Josh Kimmich. I think he's got both assists, but they've just been really poor tonight by Munich, and they were shown up by PSG.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was. It was just, I think it was Muller was there and he was separating him from Draxler because like he slapped his hand away. I don't know. I only got the pictures towards the end.
Well, that is it from me and Kieran tonight. But before we go, we'll play that thing that we love, Kieran. We'll play the Watchalong. We absolutely love it. Are you ready?
Come on.
Coming up on the Sports Corner over the next few days, we've got lots of content to come, including sporting action with the darts and the football. For the first time, you can join us for multi-stream watch-alongs. This is basically where you're able to watch 2 streams at the same time on our channel, which will be covering the Premier League of darts as well as the Champions and the Europa League football to come over the next few days. First of all, we've got the Premier League of darts, which you're with me, of course, right now for that. Then we have the Champions League, Bayern Munich taking on Paris Saint-Germain, as well as Porto Chelsea. That is available from 7:50, so it might even be live while you're watching now. We've got the Premier League of darts, night number 4. That's live from 7:05 with myself on Thursday night. Some big games coming up there from Milton Keynes. And then don't forget, the Europa League quarterfinals first leg goal show is on Thursday from 10 to 8 with the rest of the Sports Corner team. We have Friday A-League morning watch-alongs. That's Macarthur Bulls coming up against Brisbane Roar. That is with Rowan from 10 a.m. And then, of course, the last night of Premier League action, night number 5, from 7:05 with myself before the end of the week on the Sports Corner.
Well, there you have it, boys. That is the Sports Corner for the next week. And we absolutely love Josh to pieces. But that's been it from me. That's been it from me and Kieran tonight. Thank you, everyone, for being in the comments and commenting and liking the stream, sharing the stream with all your pals and friends and family. From me, it's a thank you.
And from me, it's a thank you too.
So we will see you again tomorrow for the Europa League goal show. It is Thursday tomorrow, yes. Is it Thursday? Yes, it's Thursday tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's Thursday tomorrow. And like Kyle says, keep your eyes on the channel, the website and the channel for all the content that's going up. Kyle did say cheers, Kieran, and Kieran. See you next time. But yeah, like we said, guys, see you later. Have a good one. Make sure you're here tomorrow.